Hello everyone, I'm Christina Lark and I am a location independent biz founder and location independent actress as well. I have performed in London, UK, in Adelaide and Melbourne, Australia, in Sao Paulo, Brazil, in Barcelona and Madrid, Spain. I have been invited to speak in most of these places and in Portugal as well because of the content that I create. I'm here today because you probably want to travel the world and have a location independent lifestyle and make money in the way, and probably you don't even know where to start. And I was like that as well, because the biggest problem is that you have absolutely no reference, right? You still don't know. It's very frustrating, it's very confusing. There are a lot of A to B stories, journeys.
3 months ago I couldn't even pay my electricity bill, and all of a sudden here I am in the Bahamas sipping mojitos.
And this still doesn't help much, because you don't know if the person came from money, you don't know if the person came from having a lot of savings, you don't know if this person came from working really hard, like they had call center shifts for 10 hours a day, and then they come back home and they work for another 3 hours and they sleep very little, and all of a sudden they are selling this dream about how they just had this one epiphany and everything is happening for them. So it's possible for you because, you know, and it is possible for you. However, the story is a bit hidden. And I know how confusing this can be because I've been there. I was raised in a place that was completely different, didn't have any of this going on, and I saw these people living the dream, and I wanted to live this dream as well, and I didn't know how, where to start. And following these people is like, okay, see these people doing, but how do I even start? Nowadays, this is Australia, by the way. I'm here in Melbourne, in Brighton, in the suburb of Brighton, and this is because I was performing here in Australia this month. I lived in 4 different countries. I traveled to I'm in country number 34 of my travels now.
You know, and counting, 34 countries, and I still want to do more.
So let's get to it. The main reason why you can't realize your dreams, or at least as fast as you wish, or even ever, is because you don't have the reference. Is because you don't have anything in your social circle, in your group of people, in your entourage that gives you any hint of how to break into whatever you want to do. I, for instance, right, I grew up in a place, in a social circle, where people are made believe that, okay, this is the only path to success.
You do well in school. After doing well in school, you're going to be accepted in a good university. And you go through university. If you dedicate yourself enough, if you're good enough at university, you're going to land a great job in a great corporation. And then once you're in this great corporation, you just jump the corporate ladder. And if you're good enough, you're going to be acknowledged by your boss. You're going to be valued by your boss. And then you become successful.
This is a possibility, right? There are a lot of holes in this. For instance, maybe your boss is going to be jealous, maybe your boss is going to be insecure, maybe you don't get like a job in this corporation, maybe you don't want a job in this corporation, but this is what I was made believe. So anything outside of this was deemed as failure, is a plan B. If you couldn't land a job in a corporation, you have to resort to plan B. Entrepreneurship, oh my God, she couldn't land a job. Can you imagine this? This is what society around me was saying. And finally, when I decided to become an actress, because this came like much later on, it's not something that I was doing like since I was 15. I mean, I was, but very amateur. This was like later on in my life. Suddenly, as soon as you become part of the circle of actors, my reference shifted to another one, which was just as bad. Is like actors have to work in those low-paid, like minimum wage, very mechanical survival jobs that everyone describes as soul-crushing, to be able to be free for when the phone rings, and then your life can change because now you're gonna get a good job. A phone, I mean, who else? This is so 70s or 60s, like what type of phone is this anymore? Anyway, so this is very disempowering because first you are conditioned to have to work jobs that you hate, that pay very, very little, And the only way of getting out of this job is if someone makes the decision for you, someone does the work for you, is if someone calls you and rescues you from this environment. And all the hard work you need to do is cold calling casting directors, is cold calling producers, is emailing people and saying, hi, I'm available for your production. And you try and work for free as well to build your portfolio. And all of a sudden, like 3 years have passed and you're still working for free because you can't get paid work. And so at least you are doing something. Is this familiar? Even if you're not an actor, is this familiar to you? This is the reference that I had. The only way you can get out of the only job you can possibly do, low paid hospitality or call centers or promo work like handing out flyers, is if the phone magically rings and you're magically offered a project that someone else is developing. You have other different references as well about traveling the world is only for rich people. I don't see anyone around me doing it, so it must be for like chosen ones, rich people who their parents give them money and they can do this just because their parents are enabling this. Of course, this is like, there are people who are like this, but there are a lot of people who aren't. And if it's not in our environment, if you don't know up close someone who's doing it, you still won't be able to find a way. Another belief that I had is being an entrepreneur can only happen, one, if you have this miraculous, God-given inspiration idea to develop a product that is going to generate millions, or if you work hard for 10 years in your company and then you decide to create your own company that is related to that previous company, and you can poach some clients and you can get some clients on your own, and then you become an entrepreneur and then you have your own business. This is what I was made believe. This is what I was told. So even if I had parents who said, be your own boss, be your own boss, they weren't their own bosses and they didn't know how to be their own bosses. And their idea of how it would happen is like this: work hard in a company so that 10 years on, you're gonna have enough contacts to create your own company in the same field. If you want to change field, you have to start over again and you have to do another 10 years. And let me tell you, I don't know about you, but my life is too short. As a human being, you only have so much of a lifespan to experiment things and to, you can shift all the time. But if every time you have a different idea, you have to wait for 10 years to develop it, how many different ideas can you have? Like 2? Because otherwise, like from early age, baby, teenager, and then retirement, like your 2-3 ideas, 30 years trying 3 ideas. This is absolutely crazy. I always wanted to do these things. Like, I want to travel the world. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be my own boss. I want to be an actress who doesn't rely on auditions. How do you even do this? You see people doing it and no one tells you the secret sauce. No one tells you how they even started. No one tells you. Everyone tells this journey. Or people say, I hustle. I mean, I'm not lazy, right? You're not lazy. So if someone ever tells you, oh, it's because I work hard, this is bullshit. I mean, you can work hard as well. Maybe you're working hard on the wrong things. I don't have this A to B journey that took me 3 months, I don't have this, so I was there hating my 9-to-5 job and all of a sudden I had this epiphany and now look at me. It took me years to figure out because I was figuring it out by myself. I so wish that I had someone to help me. I so wish I had someone who had guided me, who had given me this at least this beginning of try this. I would be so much farther away, faster, like years ago, 2003, I would be so far away if someone had helped me with at least the reference. We can't be what we can't see. This is the thing. And this happened with me when I was teaching drama as well. I'm going to make, the point is, right? I'm gonna go on a tangent here, but the point is that you cannot be what you can see, and this includes being location independent. This includes having your own business. This includes working from anywhere in the world. So when I was teaching drama, there was a play that had 2 male characters and 1 female character, and I didn't even think about it. Right? It's just like, okay, this is the play. There is a male teacher and there is a male student and there is the mom who's dying. So the woman's role is only to be dying there. And there were many more girls in the classroom than boys. So at some point, I just thought the girls can be the male characters as well. Why not a female teacher? Why not a female student? This is a play by Brecht, for whoever knows about theater and dramaturgy and German dramaturgy of the 40s. So it was actually like it was written to be a male student and a male teacher. However, there's no need, right? There's absolutely, if you come to think of it, it could have been any gender. The play had been written like that. And I said, okay, anyone can be anything. The girls' eyes opened and they're like, oh, can I? Ah, then I want to. So this happens as well. So you were raised to believe that you can't do these things, that these things are not for you, that this is not your lot in life. Oh, this is not for us. This is not for our family. This is not for people like us. Then all of a sudden, if someone says, look, you can, see how, it's so eye-opening. It's so eye-opening. I come from an environment where you had to go to university and then land a job. And I landed this job and I hated this kind of job. Then I decided, okay, I'm going to change. And I changed alone with absolutely no guidance, no mentorship, no nothing. And I was immediately sunk into a different reality that was even worse. Doing 14-hour shifts of waitressing and coming back home and looking at all those auditions. It was always so disheartening if you try to do it alone, because if it's people like very popular Instagram accounts, okay, this vlogger with 500,000 followers is doing this is so far away from you that you're not gonna say, okay, how can I be this 500,000 follower blogger? You need to start with get your first 1,000 followers and then 5,000 followers and then 50,000 followers, because this is closer to who you are. I see in some Facebook groups people posting, oh, my $8,000 months, $8,000 months are now $8,000 days. Drop an emoji if you want to know how. And there are so many people who don't even have a business idea yet, who are dropping the emoji. People who can't even make $1,000 with their business yet, who are dropping the emoji. There's no magic, it's only the references, people near you, how these people near you are coming from where you are right now to where they are. People who did their first round the world trip. People who did, you can still get a lot of inspiration from the big guys, but it's only gonna work for you when you see a coworker doing it, when you see a family member doing it, when you see someone who used to be at uni with you doing it, when you see someone on Facebook who is not already a super celebrity doing it, and you think, yes, this person is exactly like me. It's not like some wishy-washy glitter language motivation mindset thing that is gonna all of a sudden make them okay, tomorrow I'm making $8,000 days. It's not like that. This was a very long process because I had no one to assist me, absolutely no one to assist me. And you can do it much faster if you have someone to assist you. I wish I had someone to assist me. I wish I had someone to say, no, you don't have to go the very long way. You can there is not like a shortcut, but it's like a smarter way. You can take the smarter way, which is taking these steps, and you are still gonna be able to do it. So you don't reinvent the wheel, because you are the only person in your environment who wants this and who has this and who tries to make this happen. So you're reinventing the wheel. So I really hope we can see each other around on Facebook, on Instagram, or wherever, that we can hang out. I really hope that we create this community where we become each other's reference. And I'm really happy to help you in the way. I'm really happy, I'm really keen, so send me comments, send me questions. I'm so glad. I really want it to happen for you as well. Type in the comments any doubt you can have, and let's keep talking. Let's keep the conversation going. Have a lovely day and speak soon.